Bueno. Yes, Diana and I met about 35 years ago when it was my good fortune to work with her brilliant artistry and her integrity and love for flamenco. We had many memorable moments together, working with Raquel Lopez, who's with us tonight, joined us from Santa Fe, and Lee Thompson's Cuadro Flamenco, and also working together at the legendary Spaghetti Factory. Diana to me is an exceptional human being, full of sweetness, generosity, and integrity. And to me is one of the pivotal Bay Area flamenco figures, as witness Arte Flamenco of San Jose and all the lovely people that it's been my good fortune to work with all these years. I'm going to dedicate this short cante, a granaína, to Diana's youth, beauty, and exceptional artistry when she was at the height of her performing career. Por una ventana que al campo salía, Flamenca, te había visto yo a ti la cara. Por una ventana que a campo salía, y con la luz de la luna, flamenca, te pareciste más bonita que ninguna.
I'm going to tell a short story, a true story, about the first time that I met Diana. Some of you have heard this story before. It's too bad you have to listen to it again. A long time ago, that would be the mid-1960s approximately, in a faraway place, a magic island, that would be Alameda, nestled against the Bay of San Francisco. I was sitting in the living room of one of my first guitar teachers, very well-known and very beloved guitar and fine art teacher named Jack Buckingham, who inspired and taught a whole generation of guitarists, taught in the Merritt and Laney colleges in Oakland, now the Peralta College District. And he had published his own instructional books in both classical and flamenco guitar. And I had been studying classical guitar. And in the very last pages of Jack's introductory classical guitar book, he had put together a little arrangement of a soleá. And one day, after I had been studying with him for a few months, I was in his living room, and all of a sudden the front door opened, and my teacher Jack's daughter and his daughter's best friend came into the house. And it was like in the cartoons when someone rushes in and they're portrayed like a whirlwind, like a tornado. And there were these two tornadoes who blew into the front door. And my teacher Jack turned to me and he said, "David, why don't you play a little bit of that soleá, the end of the book?" So I have my book and my music stand, and I'm looking at the notes, and I start to play, and all of a sudden, Jack's daughter's best friend starts lifting her arms above her head, and then she starts pounding the floor, and I had no idea what was going on. I had never seen or experienced anything like that, and it was a wooden floor. And as you'll see momentarily in the video, very few people hit that floor like Diana, And those vibrations came right up through the floor, through the legs of the chair, and into my spine. And I was never the same again, safe to say. You would think that with an introduction like that, my path to the heart of flamenco would have been as straight as an arrow, but life isn't quite like that. It took me a number of years. I went off to college. I did a couple of transcontinental hitchhiking trips for full academic credit. I went to Spain. I studied with various people. I came back, and it was a good 15 years later before I had an opportunity to work with Diana again professionally at the Spaghetti Factory and in El Cuadro Flamenco, as Roberto just mentioned. And not only has Diana touched my life very deeply, but she's really touched the lives of all of us who have been involved in flamenco in the Bay Area. And long after I'm gone, long after she's gone, long after we're all gone, her legacy will continue indefinitely, permanently. Her arte, her compás, and her corazón are truly immortal. So, Diana, my salute to you. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Cindy Zickman, a longtime student of Diana Alejandre and Arte Flamenco. When I first considered learning flamenco dance, a very good friend of mine gave me some great advice. She said, study with Diana Alejandre. She will be able to teach you flamenco. Well, I was struggling on a good day with flamenco, and I was desperate to learn. So after hearing those words, I was hopeful that one, Diana would take me on as her student, and two, with enough patience, some gifted teaching, and enough hard work by myself, that she would be able to teach me flamenco. Well, flamenco touched me in such a way, and when someone gives you a gift like that, it brings new meaning, it brings a new light into your life, and you are forever grateful. I just hope that I could find the words to thank Diana for this great gift. Words fail me oftentimes, so instead, hopefully this visual distillation will begin to thank Diana for the gifts she's given to so many of us. Olé.
I used to get my brother's little plastic toy guns and go click, 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 click. And then I would get a little dish towel and I'd wrap it around my waist and I used to kick, and pretend it was a bata.
Aquello duro antiguo que tanto cayeron que hablar, que se encontraba la gente en la orillita del mar, y es la cosa más graciosa que en mi vida he visto yo. Allí fue medio caí con espiosia y la pobre mi suegra.
I started as a professional. I was 18 and almost 19 years old. I performed at La Casa Madrid.
Estaba la playa igual que una feria, hágame Joselito lo que es la miseria. Y algunos cogieron más 200 duros, sin embargo otros no vieron ninguno. Mi suegra, como ya dije, que estuvo allí una semana.
The thing is that the audience will be with you. They will always be with you if you're honest and you give of yourself and you dig deep within yourself. people make mistakes, but it's not the mistake that counts. It's how fast you can cover it up. So I taught that to my students. Keep on going, no matter what. That is so important, that you enjoy yourself when you dance, whether it's flamenco, whether it's jazz, ballet. Enjoy it, because it's absolutely beautiful.
Bueno, muy mejor.
Voy a la plaza, vuelvas a alístate.